Hi, it's Andy.
Hi, it's Dave.
Hi, it's Kirk.
Welcome to the A.D.K channel, and today we're going to go check out a band we've never checked out before. So, yeah, with bated breath, let's go do it. Okay, well, someone's been listening to Metallica.
Rude.
A little bit sad but true, but okay. Let's throw it to Andy for first feedback on this one then.
Was there no visuals? Because I didn't get any visuals.
I didn't.
Didn't you get any visuals?
Must
No,
have been some
I
kind of
understand
transition.
zero, and it was just black screen like a blue line.
Okay, sorry, there must have
Got
been
absolutely nothing.
dropped out on it. Okay, sorry. Should have
That's
told
all
me earlier. I'd have stopped and played it again.
Well, it could have been just an audio track. I don't know.
I'd have never put an audio track. No, there were visuals on it. So apologies. Everyone else at home will have seen the videos.
Okay, all right.
There was a performance video in there as well.
Okay, that's a shame. You mentioned Metallica there. Not been a massive Metallica fan. Now you say sad but true, I can hear that riff as well. But I thought they're obviously Disturbed fans. Did you get that?
Not really.
No,
I can see where-
I didn't
not
do that
me.
up
Right,
at all.
okay.
No, I can see where you're coming from on that.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, I
Maybe
think,
the
you know,
hay bit, but yeah, okay.
Anyway, I could certainly listen to a lot more of that. That was really, really good. I mean, the introduction, the sort of intro part was sort of very intriguing. Sort of makes you think, you know, what's coming next, because you just gave us a little bit of a snippet as to what we were going to be listening to. Again, kind of shame I didn't see anything. But,
I'm sorry about that.
I mean, it starts with a nice funky bass. I'm not really a fan of the bass as an instrument in metal. It's kind of just part of it all, but that was really, really good. And it was great to hear it sort of featuring so well and so high in the mix sort of throughout the song. Yeah, some really good hooky riffs. I like the vocals. Obviously, it's in their native language, which is commendable, but they are taking a bit of a risk and sort of limiting their appeal a little bit. But I think that can still reach out, you know, to sort of global audiences. Did you say the name of the band?
So the band is called Averse.
What?
Averse. So imagine the word A and verse.
Oh, yeah,
Averse.
okay. As if you're averse to something. Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But the song was called Hey.
Cool name. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much all I've got to say about it. I mean, I could add more if I saw what was
The
going
video.
on in the lineup of the band and everything. But as a track, first time listen, yeah, very much enjoyed it, and I'd certainly listen to more of this band.
Okay. Kirk?
Yeah, I'm going to have to carry on with what you said about Metallica. So this rocks out and nothing else matters. That's my analysis. No, I'm only joking.
Fucking hell. Yes, Kirk's finally learned.
It's going down to 10 seconds. I'll be.
If you like this video, please like and subscribe.
Yeah,
I'll give you a
done.
minute and
Yay!
a half. I'll give you a minute and a half then. So really enjoyed that. At first I thought, is this going to start a bit like a Godflesh prong mid-90s industrial metal song? Because the production was so crisp, wasn't it? But it had a coldness to it as well. So I thought this was going to be quite dark. And then it turned into a riff frenzy, and I love that aspect. I've just been writing my review of All Hail the Riff by Lowdown, one of our favourite local bands, and I thought they shared a similar approach to the guitar. There's a certain extravagance and flamboyance. What was unique about this band, Andy mentioned it, I love how the bass guitar was weaving in and out of those syncopated riffs. Fantastic groove throughout. You can tell that this band must be a trio, because Andy and I didn't see the video. They've got to be a trio. If they are, they've just done it absolute to a T and perfection. Are they a trio, Dave?
No, they're not.
Shit!
Hey, please.
They're a quartet.
A quartet, right? But I could listen to that all day. It's the type of thing when I'm writing, I can have on in the background, but every 2 minutes I'll be like, oh, I like what they've done there. That's a good change of tempo, or alternate palm mute in there with a pinch harmonic. Fantastic. So it's enough to sustain my interest. I would love to see it live. Come on, who's not? To me, you could give me music like that, and I will not go tired of it. One final thing, this is what I want Voice of Bakaprot to sound like. You know, that Indonesian band, because they've got the bass player and the similar guitar tone. I'd love it if they were playing riffs like Averse, this Bangladeshi band. I'd like to listen to their next album when it comes out. They've really intrigued me with this one.
Okay. So I'll just do a quick kind of summary from that. So the reason I said Sabatry, apart from the dun, 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 effectively riff they were playing, but even on the verse, they step it up. They're playing the verse riff and then they step it up a chord, which is exactly what they do in Sabatry's verse. So they've kind of very much borrowed from the Metallica playbook here. What you missed on the video, which is a shame, but they were playing in a parking garage, basically a live performance thing. They had amps behind them, which is great. They had microphones which had cables into them, all wind up around the cables and running off. They had their pedal boards down with cables all running to the amps. They literally had set it up as though they were playing a gig. And I was like, that's good. They did attention to detail in their setup in the video. Weirdly, they lined themselves up. Guitarist, vocalist on the left, lead guitarist in the middle, and bass player on the right. I'm like, so the singer wasn't actually in the center. That was just a kind of a weird setup, but I quite liked it. I found it interesting that the first solo was a bass solo.
Yeah.
That was a bit odd, but I think I liked it, but I would have liked them to have changed the tone of the bass or the effects. It was too clean. It was too natural. It was the same bass tone he was using the rest. So if he really wanted to punch that through, he needed to put maybe a phaser on it or something, just to give it a bit of or a chorus or something. But also, what kind of made me laugh was when they went to the last solo when the lead guitarist kicked in, and I was like, okay, he's playing it. It sounds very Kirk Hammett-y, but he hasn't got the whammy pedal out or the wah-wah out. And then suddenly he goes for the wah-wah pedal. I'm like, here he goes. He's gonna do a Kirk Hammett solo. There we go. And it was very Kirk Hammett-y. I liked it, but I would like to hear a few more from them to get a better idea about the band, because this borrowed so much from Metallica, in my opinion, that I need to know what their other style of writing is, because if it's all just sounding like Metallica songs, then I'm a bit nah.
Black Label Society, Zakk Wylde, I think, was an influence as well. I really enjoyed the embroidery of that first guitar solo. That oozed quality. It really did. I didn't. And do you not think these are the type of band, if they weren't from Bangladesh, we'd be saying, "Oh, this is almost southern tinged metal," because it wasn't really pentatonic.
I probably wouldn't. I wouldn't say southern tinged. They sound like a lot of bands, like Stone Broken. Sound like this, which is an English band that sounds like Nickelback. So there's elements in there. I also thought that the vocals were a little bit high, or they didn't have enough gumph of guitars, which is why you probably thought they sounded like a trio, because there's two guitars playing, but that didn't sound like the weight of two guitars. It sounded like a single guitar playing it, and that's what it felt like watching it. I'm like, there are two guitarists there, but there's no gumph to that riff in the production. The vocals are just too high for me, but it was great to hear them. And great to hear the bass. So yeah, but interesting band, definitely one we'll need to keep an eye on in the future. So there we go, that was Averse and Hey. Now if you like this video, please do like, share and subscribe, and we'll see you on the video sometime very soon. Take care.